But I am super excited to be here tonight. My name is Kristen Slick with Mealtime Memories, a classroom kitchen, and I am super stoked to finally launch family health coaching for you guys. This has been a long time in the making. I have been a certified family health coach since May of 2020, but I'm really not getting started until this year because of the fact that I homeschooled my kids last year, and man, that would have just been so many balls in the air. So let's go ahead and get started with Family Health Coaching 101 and what this means for you. Basically, it is nutrition education and support for families for a healthy lifestyle. But I'm sure you want to know a little bit more. All right, so my story, I'm Kristen Slick, like I said before. Just like you, I wear a lot of different hats. I'm a mom, a wife, a scout leader, an Uber driver for my children, and a business owner. I love fitness, animals, road tripping, organized spaces, and reality TV. I also love the outdoors, which is something I did not include in there, but I just love being outside. I love hearing the sounds of nature. I have all of my windows open today because finally in the Chicagoland area, it is nice out. But let me tell you a little bit about why I ended up coming to the reality of wanting to be a family health coach. So ever since I was in fourth grade, I wanted to be a teacher, and I collected all of the school supplies. I made worksheets for my brother, and I always took the lead on school projects. I went to college and I fell in love with seventh grade, where I went to the college I fell in love with in seventh grade, where I had my swim meets. And even before walking the graduation stage, I was offered a position teaching junior high. My career path took a sharp turn, however, after I was diagnosed with severe anxiety in my seventh year of traditional classroom teaching. The stressors of being a new mom of two, wife of a traveling technology consultant, and a full-time teacher in a low-income school finally got the best of me. For my own health and the wellness of my family, I left my full-time teaching position to stay home with my then 3.5 and 1-year-old. This is when I found my passion for being in the kitchen. It really became my creative outlet for my anxiety, and I enjoyed the family time that came with it. Now, because I am a type 3 Enneagram, AKA I don't know how not to be productive, I turned my cooking hobby into being a consultant with Pampered Chef. Working with Pampered Chef for 6 years allowed me to foster my passion for all things food. But through my field experience, I realized people needed more than just great cooking tools, and I wanted to dive deeper with them and for them. So I turned my attention to family health coaching and teaching cooking for public programming. I was back in the classroom and got my first test run with a client who needed to change a lot of bad habits, my husband. In a year's time working together, he lost 30 pounds, reduced his cholesterol by 15%, and built a 4-day-a-week gym routine, and significantly opened up his palate. I love my mother-in-law, and she worked very hard as a single mom for him growing up, but he was fed a lot of takeout and a lot of fast food and a lot of packaged foods, all through cooking at home with whole foods. So he was able to change all of his dietary habits and lifestyle just by me offering the cook at home option for him. He wasn't used to normally taking. I apologize for my dog barking. The kids are playing outside. So all whole food, no fads or gimmicks. His new habits in turn helped foster better habits in our kids because we had now had a united front. It was a family epiphany. So the result, I created a surprisingly simple routine that our family could follow week after week. It lifted the stress that came with mealtime and encouraged my own family to keep health on the forefront. We have explored new cuisines, tastes, and textures. My family waits patiently until I can get the best dinner plate picture to share with all of you. Yes, I am that person. I want to give everyone the confidence to achieve their wellness and cooking goals so that they can spend more time with their families in and out of the kitchen. So that's a little bit about me. You might have known that about me, knowing me in person. You might have known that a little bit about me by reading the free family menu guide that I have available to you. But I just wanted to speak from the heart for a little bit, just to kind of tell you that I have my own trials and tribulations, and we still have our own trials and tribulations. But we work together through it as a family, which is why this is so powerful to me with family health coaching. I keep looking over here because I have my phone propped up, and I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any comments or anything as people are coming in. So let's look a little bit at some current health stats, okay, and where this family health coaching stuff is going. So first of all, adult obesity in the US, we have our fittest state of Colorado, and it comes in between 20 and 24.9%. Crazy, right? And that's the fittest state. Our East and West coasts, respectively, have about 25 to 34.9% obesity rates. Illinois and the upper Midwest are about 30 to 34.9%. The South and the lower Midwest are about 35% plus. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. So more than 1/3 of adults in the US are obese. Childhood obesity. The fittest state is Utah with less than 10% of children being obese. The upper US, I didn't put the graphs in here, but the upper US is about 10 to 20%, lower US is about 15 to 25%. That's a little bit generalized, but it's a pretty good representation of it. Obesity affects 1 in 6 kids, okay? So this is definitely an issue and why family health coaching is so important to me, because we need to reach all age levels. So one of the other kind of scary things is not only are people obese, but they have a nutrition deficit disorder. Now, a nutrition deficit disorder is it affects the physical and mental being, including abilities, learning, behavior, and physical health. This could basically mean, yes, you may be overweight, but you are not fed. Okay, your body is not being fed. It does not have nutrition. And the nutrition deficit disorder can affect different other bodily disorders if your body is not fed with the right food, the right proteins, the right carbs, the right fats in whole food, okay? We have some mental Ds like ADD, ADHD, bipolar disorder, depression, learning disabilities, OCD, and sensory processing disorder. Nutrition deficit disorder can also lead to some physical Ds, which are allergies, CVD, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, GERD, IBD, infectious diseases because of weak immune system, and inflammatory diseases, also vision deficiencies. So nutrition deficit disorder is a really big term for all of those Ds underneath there, the mental and physical Ds that can be bettered by better nutrition. So yes, we have obese adults and kids that are in the United States, but they're also obese and not nutritionally fed, okay? So those are some kind of just warning systems and warning things that really spark the reason why I want to do what I want to do. So let's look at this. This one is so interesting. So food and learning. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see here some junk food. And anytime we feed our body junk food, we end up with some frayed myelin. And then our neurotransmitters start misfitting and misfiring in our brain cells. Okay, so junk food does not fuel good connections in our brain. Smart food or nutritious food or whole food leads to nice, smooth, normal myelin and neurotransmitters that fit. Look at this example, guys. Junk food can cause neurotransmitters to function improperly. Look at this 6-year-old's handwriting before a change in his diet. Look at this 6-year-old's handwriting 1 month after a change in their diet. So it's fixable, okay? It is very fixable and you can see really big results just with food health, okay? So food and learning is another big part of the family part of family health coaching. So what's the solution? Optimal health. Optimal health has a holistic focus with the aim of attaining, oops, sorry, I have a couple misspelled words in there. I have to go back and fix that. Attaining the best possible health outcomes by promoting healthier behaviors. Optimal health focuses on the whole person, including strong body and mind, sleep, low stress, prioritizing clean eating and movement, and avoiding harmful behaviors. My internet froze up, so you may have answered this already, but what is considered whole food? Jennifer, I'm going to get to that. I have not really defined that yet. So I'm going to get to that, Jennifer. Thanks for the question. So the solution is optimal health. Now, what is optimal health? We're going to talk about that next. And that's where me as a family health coach comes in. Okay. So health coaching principles our lifestyle, how we live, exercise, how we move, attitude, how we think, and nutrition, how we eat. Health is more than just good nutrition. We need to focus on the whole person. We can make being healthy simple and fun, and I will share the why and not just the how. So if you're one of those people that does a lot of research and it tires you out and you don't really know what you're reading, that's another part of my job as a health coach, is to interpret that scientific information for you and help guide you through it for the best possible results. Okay. All right, so let's look a little bit deeper into these 4 health coaching principles. First of all, we have lifestyle, how we live. First, that includes a good night's sleep. It includes eliminating top negative and toxic thoughts, 30 to 60 minutes of intentional movement per day, eating a brainy breakfast, smaller, more frequent meals, and eating together as a family. So these are a couple of habits that would contribute to that optimum health that we were talking about in the lifestyle category. You might have heard me earlier too talk about we practice the WE principle. If you're doing family health coaching and not individual health coaching, I really stress that it's a family lifestyle, not just one person, not just a couple people. It is everyone in the family. And to be totally honest, it was always just me and the kids. And then until I got my husband on board was when we really were able to hit our stride and really find our health benefits and our optimal health. Look at exercise, how we move. So first of all, making play part of your day, intentional movement. Now I'm not asking you to like go to the gym for an hour and a half or go run or, whatever, but just be intentional about moving. Okay. Take those stand suggestions on your watch seriously. I was working a lot at the computer today and I had to remember to intentionally get up and move every so often, because when we move, we feel better. We need to vary our activities. We need to model it for our kids. We can't expect them to go run and play if we're not going to go run and play. And we have to understand too, and I understand this, that we all have different body types, okay? And so some body types are better for different exercises, and some body types are better or have different nutritional needs, okay? So this is really interesting as well, is that we're not all fitting into this one mold. Everyone is different. Movement is also great for our endocrine and circulatory system as well. Okay, our endocrine system is our hormones, our circulatory system, obviously our blood. I love this little graphic up here in the corner. Let me see if I can move myself out of the way. And we're going to look at this is like our bloodstream, our circulatory system here. And we have Sam the Sitter and Sticky Stuff Eater. So we're eating junk food, we're eating a lot of processed foods, we're eating a lot of high fat foods. And we have the sticky stuff of this is slowing down our bloodstream. It's gopping up our endocrine system. Thus, the hormones in our body are not able to then release into our body to help us have certain functionality. However, on the other side, we have Mandy the Mover and Real Food Eater. She's eating these whole foods, non-processed, fast foods. The bloodstream is moving. It's able to open up the endocrine system into our bloodstream. And then we're able to release those hormones that we need for repair or to balance out the hormones. And so it really is a great visual, not only for adults, but for kids too. So if you're looking at this saying, well, I want my kids to get involved, this is a great way for them to see visually what this does inside of their bodies, okay? Next, we have attitude, okay? Attitude is how we think. And this is a really big block in a lot of grown-ups that I work with. We need to exercise or play every day. Yes, I said play. That means like yesterday, I went outside and rolled around in the grass with Charlie. We need to have conversation over meals. We need to laugh a lot. We need to model good behavior. We need to turn problems into opportunities. We should help others and volunteer. Worry less, relax more. And I promise you, I know that is easier said than done. I have anxiety. I definitely have flare-ups. I have panic attacks occasionally, and it does take me a good 24 to 48 hours to disconnect on a vacation because I just don't know how to relax. But it is important to try to do it intentionally. Also, you need to nurture a positive atmosphere in your household. Okay, so attitude is a big part of family health coaching as well. And then nutrition. So this is the part where a lot of people ask and they think this is the whole thing about health, and it's not. We have, like I said, we have attitude, we have exercise, and we have lifestyle. So those are important parts of health coaching and whole body health and that optimum health. And then we get to nutrition. So it's how we eat, traffic like eating. And that's something that we would discuss in health coaching. Whole food is non-processed as you can get. That is a whole food to me. That means that you're not eating refined grains, refined sugars, pre-packaged stuff, and fast food or takeout, okay? Because even takeout, like even if it seems healthy, you still aren't in control of what they put in your meals, okay? Am I saying you need to eliminate all of this like right away and go cold turkey? Absolutely not. We still have a few processed foods in the house. We still rely on a few convenience foods, but we are mentally making a choice about those foods. Jen, does that answer your question a little bit more about whole food? It's basically is a natural estate as you can get with your food. Okay, so whole food, non-processed, non-prepackaged, that whole game. And then as a family and through group coaching, we're able to really dive into those elements as well. Okay. We're also going to look at the right proteins, the right fats, and the right carbs, okay? Because fats, proteins, and carbs are not the enemy. I hear everyone all the time say, well, I'm on a no carb diet, and that just drives me bonkers, okay? Yes, Michelle, I like to say back to the basics. It's the basics. You're shopping the perimeter of the store, absolutely. So you're not in that middle section of the store. So carbs are not the enemy, fats are not the enemy, but there are right kinds and right times that you can eat these foods to really fuel your body the right way. Also, brainy breakfast, which we can talk more about in health coaching, but basically starting your day right, and then smaller, more frequent meals. And I will say personally, I do not do well with smaller, more frequent meals. I like 3 meals a day. I don't often snack, but for a lot of people, this is a great way to fuel them throughout the day as well. All right, so health coaches, what do? I educate and I motivate, okay? I use science-based studies, articles, and research to coach families and individuals to get them where they want to be and create sustainable and lasting changes. I understand that each person and family is unique, and I will strive to listen, provide information, motivate, and provide accountability. I am your partner, okay? I want to make you the hero of your family mealtime and your family's health story, okay? So that's what I'm here for. Now, my scope of practice, there are some things that legally I am allowed to do and legally not allowed to do as a health coach. Yes, I am able to help clients achieve their self-determined goals. I am able to provide trusted science-based information. I am able to support with positive encouragement and help develop and maintain that motivation and accountability. No, I am not able to diagnose, prescribe, or treat. I cannot recommend or provide specific supplements, and I cannot meal or menu plan for you. I can do it with you. Okay, so there's some choice words that we need to work around when doing some family health coach plans. But I am not a doctor. I do not have a medical degree, but I do have certification in providing that trusted science-based information. I have a whole other group of coaches that I do work with. I don't do any supplements or fad diets. It's all back to basics, like Michelle was saying, and the whole food health. Okay, so that's just my scope of practice as a family health coach. Now, benefits of having a coach, first of all, accountability, right? You have to check in with someone, objective viewpoint, somebody kind of who's not in the weeds and really seeing a bird's eye view of your family situation. You can achieve your goals faster. I can help you through your struggles and speed bumps. Ooh, clarity, sorry for the misspelled word. Clarity towards your goals and efficiency. Man, I have a couple I have spelling errors on that one. I apologize. I thought I reread this, but you know, when you stare at something for so long, sometimes you just miss it. So those are some benefits of having a coach. So ultimately, I believe in you. I promise to be a solution creator. I am not a magical unicorn, and you can't expect to change your life or your family's life without putting in the work. You should put in the work though, because you deserve it. Okay. You deserve to live a great, healthy, optimum health life. Okay. So what's next? You might have already collected one of the freebies, a family menu guide, through my website. If you go to my website to the bottom of the page, you actually can get a family menu guide that includes a 5-day menu plan. For attending this webinar today, you will get a new 5-day menu plan and some other pointers as well. So 5 new recipes for you to have in a week, all including whole foods. And you can come back to this replay of Family Health Coaching 101 anytime you want, okay? So you can come back and rewatch it, take notes, and really think about if this is something that you want for your family. So what's next, okay? What's coming up that you should look for this fall and into the winter? You should look for a new guide called Family Nutrition Essentials. That one will be coming out this fall. You can look for a guide on traffic light eating and portion control. You can look for a fun pantry makeover challenge coming up. And then my last thing, not last, my biggest thing that is going to launch soon is Whole Food Health 6-week series for families and individuals. It's a web-based group coaching class that lasts 6 weeks, and we go over all of the details of everything that I talked about today, those right carbs, those right fats, those right proteins. We talk about traffic light eating. We talk about water and movement, and we talk about translating all of this into a family setting as well, okay? So there are a couple of freebies that are coming your way. Like I said, you can go grab the family menu guide if you haven't already. It's free, it's like 12 pages long. I will be posting in this event tonight within like the next probably about 30 minutes. I think it's scheduled to post in the next 30 minutes or so, a new 5-day menu plan. So thank you so much for attending. That's my gift to you. And then, like I said, you can come back to this at any time. The other things that are on the horizon are guides, like the ones that you guys already have, challenges, and then a 6-week series for family and individuals that includes live coaching. How exciting is that? All right. So at this point, if anybody has any questions, I know there's a handful of you on watching live, or if you're a replay warrior, just go ahead and type those into the chat if you're rewatching this, and I'll be happy to comment when I see those comments come through. But I'd be happy to talk through any of this. And I know this was a little bit of high-level view, but I really wanted to get you an overview of what to expect over the next few months as we start this new journey into family health coaching. All right. So any questions, comments, other things that you'd like to see offered, things that you hope to see offered, things that you're not sure if are going to be included in the offerings? If you don't have questions in the chat now, you can feel free to message me individually as well. I'm happy to answer any of those and go through those. I have a whole plethora of information and activities and just so much cool stuff over the next few months. So I don't see any questions popping up. I just want to thank everyone for coming onto the live webinar tonight. And I hope you got some of your questions answered. I hope you got some things to think through, some things to watch for, and you will be able to get more updated information. I would like, I'm sorry, Shelly, I saw your question come through. Just give me 1 second. I just got like squirreled for a second there. If you do sign up for the family menu guide, you do get put on my newsletter list, and that's where you'll see all the releases of all of these group coaching, web-based group coaching, and the guide releases and things like that. All right. So Shelly says, I would like more on an anti-inflammatory diet. Can you make recommendations? Yes, I can absolutely. Sorry, there's a train going by in my backyard and my windows are open. All right, so yes, within my scope of practice, I can make recommendations and provide trusted science-based information and then encourage you through those. I just can't diagnose the inflammation, prescribe anything, or treat it. nor can I give you supplements for it, but I can help you through whole food health. Okay, so yes, that is within my scope of practice. Good question. Any other questions? And then also when I say that I can't meal or menu plan for you, this just means that I can't like just send you random recipes and tell you that I'm menu or meal planning for you. What I can do though is through a survey and through discussion and conversation, I can help formulate and teach you how to menu and meal plan. That is part of my scope. So I can't do it for you and it just pops in your inbox and things like that, but I can do it with you and really just get to know your family and help you really find those recipes or modify recipes to fit your family's needs. Okay, so like I have a gluten sensitivity. I modify a lot of my recipes to that. So just like you, Shelly, an anti-inflammatory diet, again, I can modify recipes to help you fit that, that self-determined goal of having an anti-inflammatory diet, for sure. Good, good, good. I like it. All right. So if there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and wrap up. So stay tuned for information on all of these upcoming guides and series and events and everything like that. Yes, Jen, the 6-week series is something you'd register for when it becomes available. I will have a whole registration page for you. It'll be like a one-time payment for that, for the 6-week series, and all the details will be on the registration page. We will be using a program called Teachable. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it is a way to present live information. And if you can't come live, then you can watch recordings, and there's going to be like assignments and just family homework kind of stuff. So yes, absolutely, Jen and Shelly, I will absolutely let you know about the 6-week challenge. That is like first on my radar for you guys. And the other guides and challenges are going to kind of come out as supplemental material after that. All right. So that's definitely my radar. I would say look for it in the next few weeks. All right. So like as I try to get it together and put it all together and get the technology side of it running, then I can definitely make sure that it comes out in my weekly newsletter for you guys to see that countdown. Okay. Kelly, thank you. Thanks for, I think it sounds awesome as well. I'm really excited because it's totally gives me that, you know, feeling of being in the classroom and helping still families get around the meal, kind of that classroom kitchen feel and family health coaching. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. If there's no other questions live, I'm going to sign off for tonight. If you think of more, feel free to throw them in the chat or message me personally. All right. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Again, my name is Kristen Slick with Mealtime Memories, a Classroom Kitchen, and I am super excited to launch family health coaching for you guys this fall. All right, guys, we will see you around the pages. All right, see you next time. Bye.